1.
Today I went to the movies to see Deadpool. Alongside me was my stepmother, who has recently been training to be a cop. In the beginning, everything was going normally, and everything was good. I loved the movie, and had seen it once before. Toward the end of the movie though, I noticed an older man, who had walked to the top of the theater, where me and my stepmother were sitting. He didn't watch the movie, didn't sit down, didn't do anything, except stare at the people. I blew it off, thinking he was looking for someone, and couldn't find them. He then went down toward the entrance of the room, and did the same thing. Looked up at everyone, and stared for another 7 to 10 minutes, before leaving. I thought it was odd, but continued watching the movie. About 2 minutes later, I see the same old man walk in. Only this time, he walked very slowly across the theater, not facing the screen or anything, but once again, looking at all the people. My stepmother looked at me and whispered, "Grab your things and head to the lobby." I began to get a little freaked out and did what she said. I went to the bathroom to pee, and when I came out, there was 4 workers standing outside the theater, and she was explaining how his behavior was like that of someone about to shoot up a room. He was scanning the room and everyone in it. After a while, the workers took control of the situation and watched the man for a bit, just to make sure everything was well. 2 workers went in, and after about 5 minutes, they came out saying, "Yeah, dude, he's still standing there and staring at everyone." Soon after, we left the theater just to be safe. Once getting home, she had called one of her friends that works at the police station and talked to them about it. They said he was a middle-aged man, and he had a loaded weapon on him the whole time he was in there, and never once sat down, nor stopped looking at everybody.
Number 2.
My mom had been a drug addict my entire life. When I was younger, she constantly had people coming and going, and seemed that a majority of the time, these people were shady fuckers. What did I expect? I thought I'd share one experience that still bothers me quite a bit. I was about 12 years old at the time. I was sitting on the couch, watching Drake and Josh, I think it was, when there came a knock at the door. My mom wasn't home at the time, so I decided to turn the TV off and remain quiet. "Eloise, you home?" It was a man. "I just wanted to drop something off, Eloise." I stayed quiet. "Eloise, open the damn door. I'm not going to hurt you." At this point, I was scared. Even as a 12-year-old, when someone says they're not going to hurt you, there's generally something they did in the past that would prompt them to reassure someone of that, right? He started rattling the door handle. "I swear to God, I will break the door down. You've been ignoring my calls, my texts. You cannot run from me." He began pounding and kicking at the door. I ran to the bathroom because it is the only door with a lock, and hid in the bathtub with the curtain drawn. I decided to take my bath gun. I had not yet outgrown playing with toys during bath time, and put a little water in it and a little shampoo in it. At that point, I heard what sounded like splitting wood, and then footsteps in my living room. I heard him go from room to room, all the while yelling, "Eloise, you can't ignore me now, you bitch." Finally, he came to the bathroom door and tried the handle. "Oh, so you're in here, huh?" More pounding. He kicked the door in and stood still for a few long moments before ripping open the curtain and peering down at me. He had slicked back black hair with piercing green eyes, a sad attempt at facial hair, a black hooded sweatshirt, black jeans, black shoes. He held a brown bag in one of his tattoo-covered hands. "Oh, even better. I've seen you around before. You're Eloise's daughter. So sweet." He kept repeating that. So sweet. It made my skin crawl. He walked over to the window and locked it before squatting next to me. "You're gonna come with me. How about that? I'll buy you some ice cream." I glared at him, trying my best not to look terrified. "Not much of a talker. Your mother could learn something from you." He reached his hand out and rested it on my shoulder. In one quick motion, I pulled my squirt gun from under my leg and began spraying it in his face. He didn't register it at first, but quickly began wiping his eyes. "What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck?" I hurled my body at him, causing him to fall back and hit his head on the toilet. I grabbed the brown paper bag and ran from the bathroom, out into the hallway, and down the stairs. I caught my mom on the entrance steps and pulled her the other direction. "What's going on? You're making me drop my things." I remembered a head of lettuce rolling away. "Be free, my lettuce friend." She quickly caught on that something was terribly wrong and ran with me to my aunt's house. After catching my breath, I described the man and what he said. She quickly recognized him as a man named Tony, whom she owed a lot of money to. I realized I was still holding the brown paper bag that the man had and gave it to my mom. She found a gun inside. He had showed up to kill my mother.
Number 3.
So about 6 months ago or so, I started getting random texts from a number with a Chicago area code. At first they were pretty innocent, and I didn't think much of them. "Hey, I think I left my watch in your car," and "Have you seen such and such movie yet?" Stuff like that. Each time I'd type out a brief response, saying something along the lines of, "Sorry, you've got the wrong number," and I'd go about my business. Now at first, maybe the first 3 to 5 weeks or so, these were pretty infrequent. I'd get a random text from a Chicago number about once a week, and I'd always respond the same way, saying they had the wrong number. I chalked it up to someone accidentally saving my number as one of their friends' numbers. Maybe we were 1 digit off or something, and they made a typo. No big deal. After a month of this happening on a pretty regular, but not overly frequent basis, I decided just to be a bit of a smartass about it. So when this girl texted me out of the blue again, and at this point, it was only a hunch that she was a female, I decided to respond by taking a selfie of myself, making a confused expression, with a caption underneath that said, "I'm not sure why you keep texting me, but I'm definitely not who you're looking for." Almost immediately, I got a reply that said something along the lines of, "OMG, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my girlfriend messing with me." I found that strange, since women generally know their friends' numbers, and what friend would respond for over a month that you had the wrong number? That's not exactly a great joke. So, okay, no big deal. She's a little slow on the uptake, but it's all worked out now. No harm done. The next day, I get another text from her that basically says that she loved my eyes so much in the picture that she saved it. Okay. I didn't think that one through. Probably shouldn't have sent the picture to a total stranger, but it's whatever. I have very unique, bright green eyes and very long eyelashes, which for a guy is, I guess, pretty unusual. I get compliments on my eyes and eyelashes from total strangers on an almost daily basis. It's always a little flattering, and it's never really creeped me out. I just thank them and move on. I didn't answer her text though, because I was a little creeped out this time that she had saved my picture. I just figured now that she had acknowledged that she was texting a stranger, if I ignored her, she'd just stop. I was wrong. What had been random texts about once a week became a flurry of text. It started as compliments about my eyes and beard, and continued on a basic getting to know you questions. Name, age, where are you from? Stuff like that. Keep in mind, I had made up my mind I wasn't going to respond to her anymore, so I hadn't answered any of her texts. Apparently, she picked up on this, because she started sending me pictures of herself, trying to get me to respond. What do you think of my smile? Is red a good color on me? Should I cut my hair shorter? Just weird random stuff, accompanied by a selfie each time. She isn't unattractive, but I've been in a committed relationship for over 4 years. I just got engaged about 5 months ago, and my fiancée is my world. We are soulmates, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her, as corny as that sounds. And I am the first to admit that I am marrying up. Way up. My fiancée is a knockout. She's stunning, and she has the most beautiful mind of anyone I've ever met. Needless to say, I'm hopelessly devoted to her, and by some miracle, she feels the same way about me. So I have a really good thing going, and am in absolutely no way interested in creepy texting stranger. Obviously, my fiancée knows about creepy texting stranger, and she found it all a bit amusing, joking about my not-so-secret admirer, and so on. But eventually, I just got tired of it. I don't know that I could say I was being harassed, but it had definitely become a nuisance. So I blocked her number on my phone and thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. It ended the text for a few days, but after that, I started getting texts from her again from a different number, each time accompanied by a picture. Still nothing obscene, but starting to get more sexual. Pictures of her legs in fishnets. Pictures of her pulling her shirt down to expose too much cleavage. Pictures of her ass in tight jeans or shorts or leggings or whatever. Each picture with a message asking if I liked it or if she was turning me on. I should mention that almost all these texts were coming from different numbers. I assumed she was using a texting app or something to get different numbers every day to message me with, but I just blocked each new number and moved on. After a while, maybe 2-ish months of this happening, nearly every day, she started getting much more sexual. And by much more sexual, I mean downright perverted. Fully nude pictures, legs spread, playing with herself, toys, longer and longer messages with the pictures describing in detail how she wanted to be fucked, what her orgasms were like, intimate details about her dirtiest sexual desires. Really raunchy and vulgar stuff. Now, I know some of you guys out there are probably reading this and thinking, dude, you hit the fucking jackpot. But as I mentioned, I am hopelessly devoted to my soon-to-be wife, and I was never excited or aroused by anything she sent me. Just thoroughly creeped out. Again, she's not unattractive, but she's nowhere near what I have waiting for me at home. So it was always kinda like, oh, more random tits. Oh look, a green vibrator today. and it just became old and gross very quickly and thoroughly unattractive. I just started deleting any text from random numbers without reading them. Anyway, this nonsense continued for another couple months, until finally several days ago, I had a stroke of brilliance, and I responded to her messages for the first time in months. And here's what I said. I want you to be aware that I collected every single picture you sent me, which is absolutely not true. I haven't saved a single one. And if you ever message me again, I'm going to take every single one of those pictures and create a website for them. I am then going to advertise that website on your local Chicago Craigslist personal section and include the number that you originally texted me on all those months ago for all the Craigslist creeper people to contact. I don't actually have that number. I never saved it, but I think correctly, that number is her real one. Anyways, it seems to have done the trick. Today is the 5th day in a row that I haven't received any text from random numbers with dirty pictures and filthier descriptions of what she wants done to her. Maybe, with a little luck, I won't ever hear from her again. Hopefully the idea of countless Chicago creepers hitting her up scared her off. My fingers are crossed, but I've decided if she ever messages me again, I'll finally just change my number that I've had for 11 years. So, creepy sex mad text slut, I've never actually met you, but here's fervently hoping that we never, ever meet, or that I ever hear from you again.